So I'm super excited this week. The Buffalo Bills are finally going to appear in an AFC Championship game for the first time in 28 years. For Bills fans out there, you know that it's been a really long time coming, and we're super excited to be playing this weekend in the AFC Championship game. And a lot of the reason why is this guy right here. This is Josh Allen. This is our quarterback. He's been an unbelievable addition to our team, and I think he's going to be a fantastic quarterback in the years to come. But what's happened over the past 28 years? Why has it been so hard for the Bills to, have success in the playoffs and get out of their division? Well, a lot of the reason is this guy right here. This is Tom Brady. And as much as it hurts me to say it, he's probably the greatest quarterback of all time. During the time that he was with the Patriots, he won 17 division titles. So they won the AFC East, which is the division that the Bills play in, 17 times. He won 6 Super Bowls. And in between 2009 and 2019, the Patriots won our division, the AFC East, every single year. They won it 11 times in a row. So an awful time to be a Bills fan while Tom Brady was here. We're so glad to see that he was exiting the division. We don't have to, see him as much anymore. But if you were into betting and you were to pick any year in the run that the Patriots had in the AFC East, and you were said, okay, I need to pick a team that's going to win the AFC East this year, you would have been fairly safe betting on the Patriots. Well, they won every year. Every year they were favored. The AFC was not terribly competitive at that time. I mean, the Bills, I love them, but they had some pretty awful teams, and the other teams in the division weren't really that fantastic either. So, the combination of Tom Brady and not very great competition in the AFC East kind of made betting on the Patriots, fairly safe bet. So what does that have to do with investing? Well, in the last video, I shared that only a small number of traditional actively managed mutual funds beat simple, broad asset class, total market index funds over long periods of time. So how do people go about picking an active mutual fund? If they want to pick one that's going to beat the benchmark over a long period of time, how do they go about picking a winner? And the way that most people go about picking a winner is saying, well, let's see who won previously. And that's just natural. And in a lot of other things, we'd say, okay, if I want to pick, a high quality product or a high quality person, I want to look at their track record. And if they have a good track record, I think that that's going to translate into success in the future. But what about in the competitive game of stocks and bond markets and capital markets? Does that hold true? And what this chart shows is that if you were to pick an actively managed fund by looking at the funds that had outperformed over the previous 5 years. So if you just took that top quartile of funds over the previous 5 years and said, okay, I'm going to pick from just this group, and these are probably going to be the people or the fund managers that are going to continue to win going forward. If that was your strategy, only 21% of those top performing global equity funds from the previous 5 years went on to go ahead and outperform again in the next 5 years. And the same thing went for fixed income. So if you'd said, okay, I'm only going to pick from the best bond funds from the last 5 years to decide how I'm going to invest my money, only 29% of those bond funds went on to outperform in the next 5 years. So what does that mean? That basically means that past performance is not at all indicative of what future performance is going to be. And that's usually written on the bottom of any, financial product you buy. Its past performance does not translate into future results. And, that's probably, one of the most true sayings in all of finance, because it's absolutely true. It's very hard to continue to outperform. If you've been an active fund manager that's outperformed previously, the odds of you continuing to outperform are very low going forward. And so why is this the case? And I kind of keep coming back around on this idea, but this is the case because, again, the stock and bond markets globally are incredibly competitive. It's a very efficient marketplace. So in the long run, most investors are better off just owning and holding broad asset class, broad index type fund investments and holding them for the long term for their retirement investments. So I hope this is very helpful, and I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Take care.